Welcome fifth graders and your families to Eldorado PK-8's virtual stepping stone ceremony of 2020. I know it is a troubling time for all of us to not be together right now to celebrate each of you and your accomplishments as you finish your elementary career. This is a time for great celebration as you prepare to start your middle school endeavors, and it's a big deal because you're no longer the little children that you once were. We want to recognize your resiliency as you have had to forego what is a typical end to the year, and you have ended this year with such uncertainty. Each of you stayed the course, worked through the challenges, and here you are today, more prepared for whatever next year and the rest of your lives have to bring. This time of year always brings a specific quote to mind for me as we say goodbye to one of our grade levels transitioning to another school grade level. It is a quote by Guillaume Apollinaire, and I would like to share it with you now. "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't. We're afraid," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't. We will fall," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. You have all been called to the edge as you end this year, and your teachers and I, as well as your families, are giving you that little push as you head into middle school, and we believe that each of you is going to soar. Please enjoy the rest of this virtual ceremony, and know that we are all here to support you, and we are all celebrating you for everything you have accomplished in your educational career so far. We are so excited to see where each of you is going to go in your futures. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Eldorado PK-8 Stepping Stones. I feel very honored to be able to work with this group of students and families here at Eldorado. I would like to acknowledge and thank Dr. Kimberly, Ms. Williams, Ms. Oswedge, my teammates, and all of the staff members that supported us for another successful year. Just as important, I would like to thank for all the support and partnership the families and the parents, which include our wonderful PTO and C that support our village to make Eldorado great. We would be nothing if we all didn't work together for the future of our kids. Now, kids, I want you to think about all that you have accomplished these years in elementary school, both academically and emotionally. You have gained precious knowledge that no one can take away from you. Think about how much you grew up at Calwood. It seems so long ago, yet the memories will last a lifetime in your heart. Finding critters in the pond, the Gaga ball pit, hiking, playing predator versus prey, and of course the best time of all, the songs around the campfire with Mr. Call. All made possible by the people that surround you, the people who believe in you. Even though we are in an unprecedented time for home learning, drive-by parades, which did make me cry, and learning to social distance for safety, we are all connected. Whenever you hear Sweet Caroline, think of this year and how much you've grown. You are all a quality, wonderfully kind group of children. Go ahead and change the world for the better. One wish I have for all of you is to continue to strive for your own legacy. Don't be complacent in your education, but rather continue your quest for knowledge. Ask questions. Learn as much as you can. The people around you today and virtually are here for you because we all believe in what you can accomplish. I hope you have many power whooshes, roller coasters, and parades. In closing, please remember this Chinese proverb. Teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. Thank you.
Hello, fifth graders, parents, family. I can't tell you how proud I am of each and every one of you today. When we started the year, we began with our usual get-to-know-you activities like throwing the ducks. I was so impressed with how you listened to each other and helped the group work together to reach our goal. As the year progressed, we started sharing more personal information and worries with our balled up pieces of paper activity. Again, I was so impressed with how seriously you listened to each other and tried to help each other with genuine advice. You are a very caring group of people. Fifth grade is a year of growing and meeting new challenges. Calwood is our first big challenge, and it brought the usual nervousness and excitement. For some of you, this was the first time you were away from home. I loved seeing all of you come back from the trip feeling such pride and excitement about what you had accomplished. The Wax Museum was another opportunity for you to meet a challenge. At the beginning of the project, I could see the nervousness in your eyes about having to not only memorize a speech, but also having to give it to what felt like hundreds of people. Do you remember how proud you felt as the museum closed and you realized that you had done it? I saw that pride and the success in each of you. This year has brought the biggest challenge any of our fifth graders have had to face with our home learning. This was a new one for all of us. While you have become experts with Google Classrooms, Google Meets, and writing papers online, the most important thing that you have learned is that if you persevere, you can handle any challenge. You have all become more mature learners as you have realized how important it is to take responsibility for your own learning. Hopefully, you have seen how much everyone cares about you. This includes not only your family and your teachers, but also the school and the community. Although we didn't get to spend the last part of our year together, this year we are sending the best prepared students onto middle school. You are all ready to face new challenges head on with the flexibility, responsibility, and maturity you have developed. Continue to believe in yourselves and care about each other, and you will go far. Congratulations, fifth graders.
Good morning, students and Eldorado family members. I want to start my speech off by asking us to go back in time, March 11th. That was the day we found out that we would no longer be going to Eldorado and we'd begin a home learning program. So what were you feeling at that time? Some of my thoughts were simple. I don't have to commute from Denver to Superior every day. I get to sleep in. I can work in my pajamas. I can create my own schedule. Not only that, but we got an extra week of spring break. Overall, I was pretty excited about the idea of home learning. Well, let's fast forward. We've been doing home learning now for 2 months. Are you feeling the same way you did back in March? I know I'm not. Well, why is that? I mean, I'm not commuting, unless you count the steps from my bedroom to my basement. I'm sleeping in a little bit more. I'm working in my pajamas, although not today. And I'm creating my own schedule. The fifth grade team, for the most part, is still teaching the same content we would if we were back at Eldorado. So why is the excitement worn off? Why do we all wish we could be back in class at Eldorado in person, like we were in March? To answer that question, I'm going to refer to a documentary I like to watch with my students during the final week of school. I was fortunate enough to meet famous Hollywood director Tom Shadyac twice, once at a conference and once on a plane from Los Angeles to Denver. He was the director in the 1990s if you wanted to film a comedy. Parents, you probably remember the Ace Ventura, the Nutty Professor, and the Bruce Almighty movie series. Well, he directed all of those and many more. But it was the documentary Happy that he executive produced that I liked the most. The documentary, as you might have guessed, by the title, explores what makes us happy scientifically. So, what do you think creates happiness? When I ask this question, the most common answer? Money. Well, the reality is, if you have all of your basics covered, like housing, food, water, clothing, etc., there's a minimal difference in measured happiness between someone who makes $50,000 a year versus somebody who makes $500,000 a year. So if it's not money, what is it that makes us happy? Simply put, it's relationships and community. And I can prove this to you right now. Fifth graders, what will you remember most about fifth grade? The number one answer we get every year is Calwood. But think about it. Would Calwood have been as memorable if you were up there by yourself? Of course it wouldn't. What made it so memorable and so special was being able to share it with your friends, teachers, and chaperones. Speaking of relationships, I'm just going to go through a few things that make me happy when I think about my fifth grade year. I remember Catherine's joke of the day to put a smile on our face before we even started class. Emery's daily social emotional skill to help us think about how we can improve as people. And the book of Sam, a book of inspiring quotes where every day we would share one quote to inspire us before we started learning. I remember some of the silliness, like Leah always dancing in class, especially before we went to specials. And there's some really, really memorable, heartfelt stories, whether it's Olivia honoring her father for Wax Museum, the conversation I had with Harmony at Calwood when she was talking about her and her siblings' experiences being adopted from China. And I will never forget the families and students that showed up 2 weeks ago in front of my house in Denver to drive by for 10 seconds just to let me know how much they appreciated me as their teacher. These moments mean nothing if they aren't shared with someone else. And I appreciated being able to share those memories with each and every one of you. At some point, students, we will get back to school. It will be amazing, but eventually it will become the new normal. When it does, you might start to say to yourself in the morning when your alarm goes off, "Oh, do I have to go to school today?" If you catch yourself saying that, I want you to remember the end of your 5th grade year, when we were separated from each other and how isolated we felt. It would be my hope that you would correct yourself and say, "I don't have to go to school today. I get to go to school today." To my class and the entire 5th grade student body, I am very proud of all of you for all that you've accomplished this year and throughout elementary school. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Tristan Guyett, and here's my stepping stone speech. I am so excited to be going from elementary school to middle school. I thank my teachers, friends, and family for preparing me for middle school. I feel like I have grown so much as a learner and as a person. I will remember all my amazing friends and teachers from elementary school. Elementary school has made me who I am. Elementary school has made me really smart and has given me a good base to progress throughout middle school and beyond. I will cherish the memories of Calwood and how we sat around the campfire and sang songs. I will also cherish the memories of Mini Society and how we made and sold lava lamps. I will remember Wax Museum and becoming Henry Ford. I will miss the pacer test and jump rope competitions. I will remember 2nd grade's Hawaiian party, Miss Gordon's knitting club, and Miss Gelman's poetry and plays. And of course, I won't forget about Miss Ombacher's sunflower seeds. I am glad that I will still be able to see my elementary school teachers in the hallways, and I am happy that many of my friends will be in middle school with me. But I will miss those that are going on to different middle schools. I will always cherish the memories of elementary school. I am sad that my elementary school experience was cut short by the COVID-19 pandemic. But I am super excited to come back to Eldorado after summer break to see all my friends and teachers in person. Thank you, Eldorado, for a great elementary school experience.
To my classmates and amazing teachers, I miss you. I already miss Eldorado PK more than I thought I would during this quarantine. It has made me look back and realize the things that I will miss about my elementary years that I wouldn't have thought about. I know I'm going to miss elementary school and the teachers that make it amazing. I already miss Mr. Lurie's cheesy but really funny dad jokes, his fun and crazy facts, and our community lessons. I miss Miss Ombacher's playful teasing in the hall and Miss Mess's fun and engaging science experiments. I want to hug and say hi to my past teachers as they pass me in the hall with a smile. I want to be in my specials class, singing, drawing, and running around doing fun activities with my classmates. I miss my classmates. I miss playing kickball at recess where Miss Ombacher tells us what to do. I miss my friends, chatting at lunch, my reading group partners, and playing math games. I'm going to miss my classmates that are going to a different school next year, and I wish I could say goodbye to them in person. I'm going to miss my messy table mate who tells bad jokes and leaves their papers everywhere. I miss Eldorado PK and seeing the people around there, like my middle level buddy in Student 8. The end of the school day bell and the weird smells that creep up in the school make us all wonder what's going on. With all the things I miss and will miss about elementary school and this quarantine, I can say it's been an amazing experience and helped me make me who I am. I hope you all stay healthy and have a wonderful first middle school year.
Albus Dumbledore once said, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." This is not what I thought stepping stones would be like. or sitting on our couches watching Netflix with Pop-Tarts and wishing to hang out with our friends. Yet here we are, still celebrating the end of the 5th grade in our elementary school career and becoming middle schoolers. This will always be a special moment that I remember, and I hope you will remember this too. This won't be the last time life doesn't go as planned, but if we can get through this quarantine, we can get through anything. We can choose to help other people, explore different ways to have fun, and find new technology to connect with friends. If anybody has gone to Calwood, they would probably remember playing a game called Predator vs. Prey. When I played it, my team was one of the teams on the bottom of the food chain. We were supposed to get eaten by teams like blue, purple, and red, but we outran all of them. We didn't win though because we didn't have all our resources. Sometimes you don't get eaten, and sometimes you don't get all your resources, but the lesson is that you can still accomplish something even if you don't win the game. This is a stepping stone in our life story. We started elementary school where learning was more about fun and games, and then the concepts and projects became harder as years went on. Look how far we've come, and now we're middle schoolers. The people we represented in Wax Museum, most of whom went to middle school, started as people who had no idea what their future was, like us, who faced the same challenges we do, but eventually they had a spark that lit the fire to have a positive impact on the world. They persevered to become the people we know them as today. Someday, you might be a Wax Museum figure. Today, we celebrate our graduation from elementary school. This is a stepping stone in our life story. Thank you, teachers and staff, for teaching us even when we didn't listen, forgiving us when we forgot our planners, and laughing at our jokes. Parents, thank you for supporting us all throughout our years of elementary school to give us a good education. 5th graders, congratulations on finishing elementary school and best of luck for middle school. Remember these words from Steven Universe. If every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
Welcome back to what has been a season for the history books. When teachers and students reported in the fall, it felt like any other year, but the highs have been higher and the lows lower than anyone could have ever predicted. Who knew sheltering in place would be a way of life and not just a dodgeball strategy? Folks, we're going live now to a 5th grade post-game press conference where Finn Lasker is about to take questions from the media. First of all, I would like to thank the teachers, parents, family, and friends for helping us get here. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for believing in us when no one else did. Thank you for helping us when we needed it the most. And thank you for pushing us when we wanted to give up. We lose as a team, we win as a team. I can proudly say we won 5th grade. We, as in all of us. With that, I'll take some of your questions.
The season starts. You get your teachers, your lunch period, your tetherball buddies. How do you know what kind of team you have? How do you know you have the kind of team that can weather the storms of a season like this?
I'd say Calwood. Calwood is where we really saw each other as who we are. Playing Predator and Prey, you find out pretty quickly. It got intense, but we worked as one ecosystem, and even though the prey was absorbed by the predators, we became one unit.
Tell us how you conditioned for the fun run.
Well, we all have our different recess rituals. Soccer, monkey bars, basketball, swings, or just talking. They all work different muscle groups, and that pays off lap after lap. We rally around each other to be in peak physical shape, to come through on our pledges. Also, we dump a lot of water on our heads. Like, a lot of water.
Can you tell us a little bit about how sunflower seeds have affected your game?
Miss Ombacher-White sets the tone for the seed game. We follow her lead. She has wonderful support from the district and the front office. They believe in her. She believes in us. And we spit seeds all day. Pickle flavor, salted barbecue, whatever's around. Whether it was seeds, extra help, or some tough love, Miss Ombacher-White always had her back. She's the real MVP. And now a word from our sponsors.
World-renowned DJ Cool Guy has it all. He's got top-of-the-chart music, money, but there's one thing he doesn't have: good hair. He's tried pulling it. He's also tried standing upside down. He's also used a random weird shower cap that he found in his bathroom. But, The one thing that actually worked for him, he tried Benninger's prescription hats, and now he has amazing hair! If you want that good hair, Benninger's prescription hats.
Those hats are something. Now back to the press conference.
Tell us about Kermit Day. How did that come about?
That one has been passed down from generation to generation. I saw it as a special tradition. I'd say I was the driving force behind the planning sessions. Never missed one. But when the actual day came around, I was laid up on injured reserve. That was a tough one.
Week 8 rolls around. Spring break is coming up. People are making plans. Then everything changes. All the games are now home court. Talk to us about that.
Well, going into a big game, you gotta love home court. The fans, the chants, the ushers who've been helping generations of your community find their way. It's a difference maker. It was a great advantage, but it got really hard. We missed each other and we missed our rhythms. We stayed connected and we pushed through. But we all had to dig deep. It showed us home or away, we could win if we worked together. Well, you heard it here first. Another successful Eldorado 5th grade season in the books. I can't wait to see you all in the fall for another championship run. For now, have a great summer and stay safe out there. Dare to soar.
Hi, fifth graders, or should I say the class of 2027. I just want to say congratulations. I'm so proud of all of you guys. You did a great job this year. It was not easy to finish fifth grade online, but you guys did a great job, and I'm so proud of you. So real quick, I have 5 tips that I want to pass along to you guys. I'll call them Mrs. Gonzalez's middle school survival tips. So number 1, try as many new things as you possibly can. Now is the best time to experiment and see what you're interested in. Try things that you wouldn't even think that you're interested in. Try them out. Number 2, it's okay if you don't like something or if you're not good at something. You're not meant to be good at everything. No one is good at everything. It's okay if something isn't for you. Let it go. Number 3, make your own opportunities. Like I said, try a bunch of new things, but if there isn't a club that you're interested in, start your own. Number 4, ask for help. There are tons of teachers, counselors, principals, and school staff members there to help you. Don't do it alone. Ask for help. And number 5, say no and stand up for yourself. Just because other people are doing something does not mean it's meant for you. Stand up for yourself, say no, and stick true to who you are. So those are my 5 tips for surviving middle school, and I wish somebody would have passed those along to me, especially the saying no part. So just real quick to review, try new things. It's okay if you aren't good at something. Make your own opportunities, ask for help, and say no or stand up for yourself. 5 tips for surviving middle school. Congratulations, 5th grade. Congratulations on stepping to the next step of life, middle school. I'm proud of you guys. Good luck, class of 2027.